The curse of the number one spot in the Sharp Football Analysis Power Rankings has been broken, thanks to the Eagles, who came away with a great win over the Dallas Cowboys in one of the better games of the year, a game that featured good quarterback play on both sides, featured close plays, really a game of inches for the Cowboys, a game they could have won. But the Eagles were able to come out on top and head into the bye as the best team in football. Coming out of the bye, they have a terrible run of 5 games that is going to see them really tested, probably going to see them drop some games. But now they have a bit of a cushion and are in a good spot. As for the Cowboys, that was not a bad loss for the Cowboys. Dak Prescott is playing as well as he has played all season over the past few weeks, and the Cowboys are going to be fine, and it looks like they're going to be a real threat in the NFC. The other team of the weekend was the Cincinnati Bengals, who were able to beat the Buffalo Bills and keep their resurgence going. Ever since the bye, Joe Burrow has looked like Joe Burrow. This team looks like the team that we thought was going to be a Super Bowl contender ahead of the season, and they have moved up in the top 5 in my power rankings. I think we've seen enough to know that these are the Bengals we expected before the season. And if that's the case, then this is going to be one of the best teams in football. They do face a bit of a tough road to the playoffs given their schedule and how they started the year. But if they're playing like this, they're probably going to make the playoffs. And they're certainly a team that you do not want to see in the first round whenever January comes around. One of the more interesting teams, and the team that closes out my top 5, is the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions have a great win against the Chiefs they got back in week 1, but they've pretty much been stacking wins against lackluster teams. They obviously were blown out by the Baltimore Ravens, who also blew out the Seattle Seahawks this week and look like just one of the best teams. We've been on them as one of the best teams for a few weeks now. But for the Lions, they're 6-2. They're very good. They definitely deserve to be in the top 5 given what we've seen from all the other top teams. But there are still some questions with them. They're kind of the Miami Dolphins of the NFC. They have a bit of a chance to make a statement this week against the Chargers. The Chargers certainly aren't the best team in the league, but the Lions have a chance to make a statement and say, all right, we are one of the top teams and a team to be feared. So it'll be interesting to see how they handle that. The Jaguars are in a similar situation with the 49ers. The 49ers desperately need a win. So it's going to be an interesting week at the top of the power rankings, and I'm excited to see how that all shakes out. Head over to sharpfootballanalysis.com to read my power rankings this week, and then check out next week and see where we are after this Sunday.